Hi everyone, this is Abrar. Welcome to Abrar Knowledge channel. Today we are going to see Lean Six Sigma part 4 of 10. In this one, particularly we are going to talk about measure phase because we already completed define phase. In measure phase, we are not going to go over the important elements like control charts, MSA and process capability, CPCPK. But for all of these things, one important thing is data. So when you know the data perfectly, we can pick up the right tool, that is the right control chart we can pick up. We can pick up whether we need a GRR, whether we need attribute agreement analysis. For all of these things, very paramount important thing is data, right? So in this one, very important one, we are going to discuss Minitab spot the error challenge. In this spot the error challenge, I have picked up the common mistake which generally we tend to do, how we can overcome that one, how we can understand the relation of each column and so on, and data type. Not only we're going to discuss about continuous data and discrete data, we're going to discuss about all the data level, right? Ordinal data, nominal data, interval data, parametric, non-parametric, all of these things we're going to discuss. So what is the purpose? Three things. Number one, first is for any certification program, particularly when you're attending ASQ and all that, this will be very, very helpful for you. And you can easily recall those who have already studied. This will be really helpful to recall, and this will serve as the additional one. And the grading is 70 percentage. And when you get it, you will also will get the e-certificate. Typically like this, you will get the e-certificate also as well. Okay, and this is part one, and the YouTube link, and this is the Google form link where you can take it up and practice it. This is part two, which we made on particularly on define phase. You can catch up. Part three measure only we cover the process capability, CP and CPK. Let's go ahead with part four as such. In a part four, I'm gonna give my email ID. I'm gonna give the name as Abrar Knowledge, so that the whatever the name you give, the same name will come up in the certificate. So let's start. Yeah, so if you want to catch up about Minitab, you can, this is the link to go. There are two sections are available. This is the section number one. So spot the error. Generally when we get into the Minitab, this is the typical error we get it. For example, when you have a column like this, and when you suddenly give this one, what is this error indicate? This error indicate, the you have all these as dot, that means decimal. It's a variable, right? That's what it is, and identified as C1 variable. Suddenly when we are giving a date format, semicolon is considered as date format, right? So this is the window, you error window, you will get it. How to get rid of it? Here is the solution. Column 1, C1 denote as a variable. Of course, C1 is a variable, and there is no suffix to it. I will tell you more about it. And can't insert semicolon, but when it comes to C1 or C2 or C3 or C4, D, where X is the number of column, and refer data format if D is suffix. So for example, if you have a date format, that particular column is only reserved for date format. So the answer is C1. We will not be able to rectify. We have to rectify. We have to either correct it the 8.05. If you want date format, you have to take it another column. So the right answer is C1. So we have to fix the problem. Spot the error. Similarly like this. So now look at this. You have C1. Yeah, this is variable. And this is C2D. D mean date format. So in you have a semicolon and all that, suddenly I'm giving the text actually. So what will happen is it will not accept. It will say that yes, sir, this is the text which is bothering. Yes, sir is not a valid elapsed time. So because it is not coming under time format. So the response is column C2 denotes as a date format and can't insert text and any variables or any variables such as C1, right? So we need to have even variable also will not be able to pick it well because it's a date format. Or paste from Excel to overcome the error or close the error window. So all we need to do is we have to fix that error. So we have to make sure that only the date details or time details we are giving it. Let's go to the third one. Very interesting one. What is A? What is B? What is C, D, and E? So this is A, B, C, D, and I have put it up in row 0. and this is the indication. For example, A has got C1 and D. Why? Because it is Jan, Feb, and all that, some date format. And T, which is a text, process A, process B, process C. C3, it is indicated as a variable 99.70. It can be Fahrenheit and all that. So this tick mark indicate the formula being applied. For example, I just simply applied +1. So right, 99.07 +1 is 100.7. So E, again, it's a date format, typically date. These two, A and E, is date format. Let's see the option. So you have A variable. No, A is not variable. A is a date format. And so I'm just skipping right away the A option, the first option, this A, and B is a text. Yeah. C is a variable, correct. D is green tick is there, that indicate the formula has been applied. And E is mean, the E refers to the date format again, E equal to 1, A. So the right answer is B. So where change data type comes in Minitab. So all of these things come in, there is a data menu. In the data menu, it comes. Very easy to remember Minitab. I will be giving much more techniques to it. Anything, data, when you have a draw data, you wanted to sort, you wanted to convert into format, you wanted to convert to numeric to text, text to numeric, or date format, all these things are there in the data menu. Let's go to the next one. Difference between stat window or stat menu and graph menu. What is the difference? So the stat versus graph, very important one. For example, in the graph, you will find the scatter, matrix, bubble, marginal, histogram, dot plot, stem leaf. All of these things you will find it in graph chart, right? In the stat window, you will typically find it many things, like all the core heart of the statistic. You will find it in stat window. For example, process capability, Pareto, and you have is, and all of these critical things you will find it here. So let's read out the options and then you will get the clue. So A, stat, only statistical related, example GRR, process capability, t-test, Pareto, ANOVA, control chart. B, graph is non-statistic, generally, which is only graph representation. And we wanted to do that, you need to hop on to stat window to find the specific value. For example, let's say I wanted to do a scatter diagram. Scatter diagram, it just gives that how the correlation between two variables, right? Two continuous data it will show, or two or more, it will give that continuous data depending upon the how much columns you have. Let's say you wanted to find out R square value, right? You wanted to find out that, the confidence level and so on. Then you have to go to start statistic, and then you will find out the regression equation. So the answer is both. So the start window is separate, graph window is separate. Graph gives you only graph. Start window, it gives all the statistical one. So now we are going to the last part of this one. Dash is called, for example, equally space. So this is the image. For example, equally space. This is called interval data, nominal data. This is called interval data. Anything which is equally spaced called interval data. For example, Fahrenheit, temperature, and clock, and all that. So type of data not only limited to the continuous data and discrete data. We also have categorical data, nominal data, ordinal data, interval data, parametric, non-parametric. Yes, the answer is 2. Yes. Dash refers to dash. So qualitative refers to what? So that means qualitative refers to, so for example, the smell, the taste of this one, and all of these things. What is it? Deals with the description. Data can be observed but not measured. So that means it's a quality. It's only we can talk about the quality of the pen, quality of the tea, quality of the mat, and all. Refers to dash, quantitative. The quantitative is the right word here. Quantitative data, which we can measure and all that. That is, we call them as continuous data. This we call them as discrete data. Description. So who is A and who is B? Very important question, right? For example, this is the cone ice you have. I mean, the ice cups you have, and you have a different type of phase. A is called common cause because same thing, but only thing variation in the dip or peak. And here B is a special cause. All these three are different. So the answer is A. A is common cause. B is a special cause. Let's go to the next question. Categorical data include dash and dash, right? So dash and dash, for example, but I will give a clue. No natural ordering can be done. For example, gender, race, religion, sports, and the category can be ordered. Okay, so the answer is nominal data. Nominal data where the natural ordering can be. That's the reason no nominal, no order can be done. No natural ordering can be done. That's called nominal data. Ordinal data can be done, ordered. You can pick up this word, ordered. The category can be ordered. High level data include, high level category include continuous data, you have all of these things, and discrete data, you have all of these things. So continuous data is also called measurable data, is also called variable data, discrete data, attribute data, countable data, where you can do a classification, right? Fast, slow, on, off, and all that. So the answer is both given options, A and B. So let's go to the next one. So who is A and who is B? So this is A, this is B. A is they're telling that eliminate the waste and non-value added, and B is correct the errors and defects to minimize the variations. So this is A is lean, that deals with the wastages, and B is variation. Six Sigma deals with reducing the variation. Let's see the next one. Who is A and who is B? A again is also very important question. So A is a variation. So you will have some variations right here, and B is reliability. All this one you need to have a consistently the same output you need to print the reliability. So true or false? This is the image parametric. So for example, non-parametric nominal data and ordinal data, no order can be done. Ordinal things can be in order. So that's called non-parametric data. Parametric data, what that can be internal intervals or ratio. Those things are this. So this image is right or not? Yes. So that's it. I'm gonna opt for send me a copy of my response. I'm gonna submit it. So you will also will get to see your score also as well. For example, you can see 50 out of 50 I have got, and there must also be a certificate would have generated by this time. I can also review that answer and what is the right answer. I have also given some links which will be very helpful for you also as well. I hope you enjoyed this wonderful video, and bring you more on the very fundamental part that is called data type, and we'll be building much more, part 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 9 10. So remaining part is gonna come up shortly, and please stay tuned. Please do like, share, subscribe my channel. You have a wonderful day. This is the typical certificate. Once you complete it, you will get it. So whatever the name you give, it will come. So thank you very much. You have a wonderful day ahead.